Good morning. Thanks for joining the Oracle Integration Customer Success webcast. Today's webcast is live and the recording will be published at Oracle Video Hub. Thanks for joining our quarterly webcast. I'm Jürgen Kress, part of the product management team. In case you missed one of our webcasts, on-demand recordings are available at Video Hub, including presentation for download. In today's presentation, Wind Information Service will present a transformation journey. Good morning, Ahmed, and thanks for joining.
Good morning, Jürgen. It's my pleasure, and thanks for having me here.
Good morning, Sherif.
Good morning, Jürgen. How are you?
Thank you. So you both will present a self-service solution, and what role plays integration in that use case?
Yes, today we will present the self-service and e-services and how to leverage the Oracle Integration Cloud, Oracle Process Automation, in addition of a different AI and generative AI capabilities to be leveraged on top of general ERP, especially SaaS. So I hope it will be a good webinar.
Excellent. That's an innovation. And with us is Neil Kominski. Neil, good morning. Neil, you're on mute.
Neil,
I
can
lost you.
Yeah, okay.
So Neil will support us with questions and answers. If you have questions, feel free to post them anytime in the Q&A. Oracle Integration is an enterprise integration platform that offers certified adapters and pre-built connectivity. Objective of today's call is to present the benefits, lessons learned, and best practices. So let's get started. Quick housekeeping, today's session is live and this presentation is recorded. Please feel free to post your questions via the conference Q&A tool in the Zoom console. At the end of the webcast, we will answer them. Slides and an on-demand webcast will be posted at Oracle Video Hub. We will post announcements and links in the conference chat. Please complete the online survey at the end of the webinar. Please pay attention to the Oracle Safe Harbor statement. For today's agenda, followed by the latest announcements, we will hand over to the Wind Information Service team to present the customer case. At the end of the webcast, we will answer your questions. Quick integration updates. We are excited and humbled to share that Gartner has named Oracle Integration a leader and positioned highest for the ability to execute in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for Integration Platform Services. So thank you and congratulations for the whole community. Oracle Cloud World presentations and videos are available at the conference website. You can also watch the webcast highlights and download the presentations at the sessions catalog. At our last quarterly update webcast, we presented the latest features of Oracle Integration 23.12 and highlighted event monitoring and healthcare integration. In case you missed the webcast, it's available on demand. If you want to try Oracle Integration, it's part of the free trial of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. You can access the services for 30 days free of charge. If you want to build a proof of concept, make use of the documentation and the online labs, which are also free of charge. Who are the integration experts to support your customer projects? System integrators like Wind Information Services implement 8 of the top 10 projects. You can search at Partner Finder for certified partners in your region, or you can look up Cloud Marketplace for third-party adapters or services around Oracle Integration. Questions need to support, collaborate at Cloud Customer Connect. In discussion forums, you can share your knowledge, engage with industry experts, and network with peers. You can submit innovations and earn personal badges. Today's webcast is recorded and will be published at Oracle Video Hub. Please subscribe to receive the latest updates. For regular information, please subscribe to the Oracle Integration newsletter. The quarterly updates from our team include the latest product information, events, success stories, white papers, and trainings. With that short introduction, I would like to hand over to Ahmed.
Thank you, Jürgen. Thank you. I will share my screen. My screen is presented well now?
Yeah, looks all perfect.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, thank you. First, thank you for attending this webinar. I'm Ahmed Sherif, Chief Technology Officer of Wind Integrated Solution. Today, we will go through two parts. First part will be a high-level use cases for two of the use cases generally required in such implementations and automations on the top of ERP. The second part, which is the most interesting one, will be a live demo for such services. Today, we will try to address the challenges faced by ERP customers, on-premise or Fusion or SaaS, whatever, like e-business suite or Fusion, or even non-Oracle ERP. There are some challenges mainly faced because of the limitation of business process inside in ERP. The customer requirements related to having a branded web, mobile, and chatbot branded with a customer branding, not to use the general branding. The customers requires 100% flexibility in their branding. How to manage and overcome the challenges related to identity management, security policies inside the organization. How to provide this on the top of omni-channel mobile, chatbots, social media, web, kiosk, or tablets, whatever the channel. In addition of how we can leverage the generative AI on the top of the ERP to provide end-to-end solution and provide 100% flexible e-channels. Today, I will present currently I will present two use cases in a nutshell. Then Sherif will hand over with a live demo. First use case is the HR self-service. HR self-service, without having a real HR self-service and automated one, even the HR personnel or the employee themselves, they are facing a lot of challenges, like how to manage administrative workloads, data accuracy, employee engagement with the HR or the management directly, in addition of the lack of reporting and analytics capabilities, how to cope with the compliance and risk mitigations for abusing inside the organization, how to manage the growth and scalability required inside the organization, in addition of making a decision based on a data-driven model. Without having such self-service, still we are facing challenges related to human errors. It's 70% of the challenges related to manual activity errors and the human errors. This can be managed through an HR service, but it's not the normal one. It's the one with the omni-channel. To manage all employee requests, like leave management, compensation management, business trip, business card request, performance management, appraisal management, whatever the employee required to submit to the HR in a paperless way and through different channels. It's very important. The employee may be submit the leave or whatever request through the portal as a web channel, but the manager need to approve or reject or ask for more info through a mobile channel, through WhatsApp, through SMS, through actionable email as well. And this is will not be able to be managed through a direct paper activity. It must be managed through an automated system, leveraging in such a solution, leveraging Oracle integration, as still we have a SaaS or ERP, and it's the single point of truth for the data. So we need Oracle Integration Cloud, in addition of a robust process automation and business process management. So we are using Oracle even process cloud service or process automation, in addition of the presentation layer using Oracle Visual Builder, Jet, Apex, or the AI and the chatbot platform using Oracle Digital Assistant and the generative AI components like document understanding and AI vision. And all of these will be presented today in the live demo. With most of our customers, we're providing more than 80 self-service for the HR. Sometimes it's reached to 100 self-services. When we provide our solution and omni-channel to our customer, we find that there is a huge impact positively, like reducing time spent on manual tasks, improve accuracy, there is no human errors, enhance compliance, provide a better data insights. It's provided 24/7 for the employee as well for the HR and the managers, empowering to manage your HR information, streamline for the process and reduce delays, improve communication, in addition of reduce the paperwork, which affect positively even from the cost perspective or reachability perspective. This solution generally presented in three main channels: portals, chatbot, and the mobile, in addition of the ability to be applied over the kiosk, tablets, or whatever required channel. The second use case is the supplier e-services or the vendor management. From our experience, even with the customer that they have an supplier, still they have a lot of challenges, especially for the customer with a diversity in the suppliers or the vendors. Like you have a software supplier and you have a retail supplier, pharma supplier, whatever supplier. Still, there is a miscommunication that impact the relation between the supplier and the organization, lack of responses through emails and calls or whatever old tools, difficult in monitoring and follow up supplier requests, difficult in procurement process, inability to acquire reports, lack of visibility into the action and performance, and there is no statistics, analytics, dashboards to manage the supplier even performance or requirements or whatever needed. And this because of this, we build our solution. It's not an end-to-end solution, but it's a very dynamic one that can be tailored based on a customer requirements, and it contains of main 5 pillars: supplier service. But like we, as I described, the HR service, still we build it as a supplier service. Master data management, which is one of the most important pillars here: store activity and management, procurement cycle, and the request and dispute management. That it's leveraged with this 5 pillars to be provided with a lot of reports, dashboard, and statistics. Mainly for the supplier service, we managed whatever required from a supplier perspective to be applied through the supplier themselves without need to send an emails or having a calls, like submit bids, track orders, submit invoices, whatever required in a supply chain cycle. It can be managed through a self-service portal, mobile, chatbot, or whatever required as a channel. Master data management, most of the ERP, the master data management, like supplier information, bank accounts, item description, changing in item price, item size, whatever required as a master data management. And all ERPs, it's just a screen with a save button. But the pain here, most of the customer need to have a process and to have an audit and the statistics over the master data management that's built using the solution, leveraging Oracle integration, process automation, and the different UI channels and AI as well. Store activity and the management to avoid challenges like stock out or even overstock or carrying costs, in addition of a real-time visibility for the stock levels and order fulfillment, all this managed through the store activity module. Fourth one is the procurement cycle. The procurement cycle, it's really need to be managed through an automated end-to-end system with a very clear business process to make sure that you have a real cycle, a real lead time and the minimum duration as it's applicable, standard process minimizing the errors and optimize a resource allocation. Fifth pillar here is the request and dispute management. Although we are providing whatever required for the supplier and vendor, still we must manage the request and dispute related to whatever faced by the supplier, and it must be recorded and reported later in request and dispute management. And this can be integrated with CRM or live agent or whatever required in the request and dispute management. Sure, these 5 pillars must be reflected finally with a reports, dashboard, statistics, analytics, alerts, a lot of reporting models to be able to evaluate even for the commercial team or warehouse team or whatever related team. This is the 2 use cases, or the most 2 use cases customer has a pain, and still they need to be leveraged and automated, in addition of having an AI revolution inside the solutions. As we know, as much as the wait time go down, as much as the service agent productivity will goes up. And to do this, we must leverage the AI inside any automation solution, especially when it's integrated with an ERP. This is a quick customer service challenges is one of the use cases. So we know that most of the customers need to have a service by themselves, especially when we have a high volume of repetitive inquiries, limited customer support hours, language. We need a multi-language channels, raising a cost of customer support, identify and qualify a lead. We need a lead generation based on chatting in the customer service. And we need a 24/7 customer service. We need something which is cost effective, and a lot of challenges can be supported through the AI. And some of the use cases, like in the retail and e-commerce, we have a product information, order tracking, feedback and suggestions. In the telecommunication, billing and accounting inquiries, technical support, plan recommendations. In the travel and hospitality, reservation assistant, event information, promotions and announcement. In the healthcare, the appointment scheduling, health and wellness tips, symptoms checkers as well, in addition of the insurance coverage and whatever can be provided through a customer service using an AI channels and AI engines. In the transactional challenges, like in banks and insurance, we have challenges because of human errors, processing delays, risk and security breaches, limited transaction visibility, payment reconciliation, KYC as well, in addition of a location service like a branch, POS, ATM locations. All this can be done in addition of a real-time visibility, simplified process, and identity transaction verification. And the sample use cases in this is in the banks, like money transfer, balance inquiries, bill payment. In the insurance, issuing policies and renewals, claim processing, code generation. In the retail, it will be order tracking, product recommendations and purchases, return and refunds. In the travel, it will be booking, reservation, itinerary management, travel insurance assistant. All this can be managed through even a dashboard, a chatbot, or whatever AI solution. This drives us not only to chatting like what I am presenting in a chatbot or whatever, but also the document understanding and object recognition. Like in Oracle, we have a document understanding, Oracle document understanding and AI vision that, and it will be part of today's demo. So we can identify whatever happened or whatever contained in the documents and objects to be realized by the system. Then it will be integrated through the Oracle Integration Cloud to be submitted to the ERP, and then it can take to the next action. The pains in this is the inconsistent document processing, slow document processing, risk for the information security when it's just a paper or some hard-coded papers, limited documentation and visibility for tracking, complexity and the integration, and KYC process itself. It's a very hard, and the limitation and the cost and the document authentications. This can be handled when we have a document understanding, and one of the most general use case is the KYC. In the banking, for example, the automation for account statement analysis, accelerated loan application processing, enhancing identity verification check. In the insurance as well, it's automated policy for the insurance and renewals, efficient claim document processing, one of the most important use case, how to manage your claims, and automated code and generation and comparison. And the retail, it's automated invoicing processing, enhancing inventory management, and optimize product labor recognition. And all, especially for the transaction sector and FSI, it's the KYC. KYC, it's one of the most important and the challenging point to know your customer. That's required uploading IDs, passports, and a lot of documents. And the system can automate the process of verification. Then it can be submitted to the responsible department. Sample for the references in these solutions, we have the SAP, it's HSBC Saudi Arabia. Ta'awuniya is the biggest insurance company in Saudi Arabia. Commercial International Bank in Egypt and the National Bank of Egypt. We have a lot of references as well. This solution or this omni-channel leveraging Oracle integration and different Oracle components, it's already, you have a references fully integrated with SAP, with Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle e-business suite, and the Fusion applications with a sample customer for this, like Nahdi, Mobile, Juhayna, Zain, telecom operator. High level architecture for this generally, as it's presented here, we have a channel like a mobile, web, portals or social media channels like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, or whatever social media that's presented through, even for the social media, through chatbot engine, Oracle Digital Assistant, or for the web and the mobile, it can be provided through Oracle Visual Builder and Jet. That can be managed through a business process automation using Oracle process automation, fully integrated with Oracle Integration Cloud with its adapters and orchestration to be fully integrated with the ERP, with the warehouse, HR, retail management, CRM, whatever needed there, and providing across this solution governance and user access management, security rules, and performance monitoring. In this presentation as well, there is some quick videos that will be uploaded after the webinar. This is high level, the use cases in a business way. Sherif now will present a live demo for our workspace and how we have a real implementations for such use cases.
Thanks, Ahmed.
Sherif, I will stop.
Yeah. Thanks for the great presentation. I will share my screen right now. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, perfect. So first of all, I'm Sherif Bashar, Head of Digital Solutions at WindIS. And today we will go through our platform and see the functionalities that we can provide to our customers. Okay. So this is the homepage or the landing zone of our unified work list, which can serve multiple departments in your organization, starting from the employees to the HR department, to the commercial department, the finance, or even your suppliers by checking their purchase orders and submitting invoices, checking their appointments, etc., based on the business requirement. And based on the authority matrix, you will be able to access multiple functionalities based on the business requirements, and it's totally dynamic. It's totally customizable. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a mini dashboard stating that we have how many tasks are assigned in my inbox and needs my approval or needs my action. And here the completed tasks as well, the pending task created by me. Here we have the quick actions for the most common used requests, and we can change it. Of course. Here we have a dashboard for the leave request summary and the leave balance, for example, and the latest news. For example, your organization wants to announce something new to their employees or their suppliers or their users. So we have this latest news. Okay, and here we have a plugin, okay, which consists of multiple sections. Here, the home, for example, we have the welcome message here, and we have quick actions for specific articles or FAQs. You can navigate through it. Next, we have the message here, and once we click here, we will start directly with the Oracle Digital Assistant or the chatbot and see the capabilities or the functionalities or the services provided by Oracle Digital Assistant. Here we have the help section, which consists of the FAQs or articles that can be provided here. So for example, once we click on our services, solution development, we will find this article. And you can here select or like or dislike the article if it's helpful or not, and you can search for a specific article here, and this helps the users to understand more about your product or your policy or whatever you can provide here. Also, we have another section for the news. You can select the new that you want to read about it, and we can provide that in multiple ways, like images, GIF, videos as well, and you can change whatever the size of the plugin itself. Okay, next here we have the Gen AI. So we trained that Gen AI with WindIS policy, so let's try to invoke it and see the capabilities here. So starting from this, we are going to ask, for example, what are the working hours? So based on the document that we trained the Gen AI on it, it will respond based on this policy. So let's see the next question. For example, can you list the benefits provided by the company? And here you can integrate the Gen AI with any LLM platform, like, for example, Cohere, Oracle Gen AI, OpenAI, whatever you want. You can integrate with any platform. So, for example, can I work from home? And the big challenge here that with the OpenAI or the Gen AI, generally, that you don't know the limitation, or you can ask the LLM with any question not related to your business. So we enhanced that, and in the next question we will try, who is Steve Jobs, for example. So here's the reply. I'm designed to answer question about the WindIS policies only. So whatever we train the Gen AI with, it will reply or respond from that documents only. So no fear from answering any irrelevant answers. Go back here to Oracle Digital Assistant and start. Here is the welcome message. Hi, Islam, I'm Wendy, your virtual assistant. How can I help you? So for example, here, let's say I want to check my absence balance. Please wait here while fetching your request. So here is the integration with the backend, whether with Oracle Cloud Fusion or EBS or any other system database, SOA or whatever. So through the integration with the OIC and their built-in adapters, or using the REST or SOAP adapters, we can integrate with any backend system. So our remaining absent balance for 2024 is 18 days. I want to submit a leave request. And here the types, so we can select, for example, annual leave, and we will start to enter the vacation from date 2024 to 20. So the request has been submitted successfully, and from that point we are initiating a leave request process, whether with PCS, Process Cloud Service, BPM, Business Process Management, or OPA, Oracle Process Automation. And then you can get the result or the approval of your request, whether on your email, WhatsApp, SMS, or whatever the channel needed. You will get the result of your leave request. Restart conversation. Here, for example, if I want to check the policies, we provide PDFs in that plugin as well. Let's restart the conversation again and ask about my information. So integration will happen again and get all my information and my line manager, email, mobile from the backend system. So this is the plugin. Okay. Next, let's check my tasks. Here, as you can see, this is my inbox. All the tasks that needs my interaction or approval will be in that area. So we have the inbox here, 28 tasks completed, other tasks like suspended, withdrawn, errored, or whatever. Other tasks, you can find it here. So here also we can search for a specific task. And here we can see that the process is called claim request, assigned to me, Sherif Bashar, and Nada Ratib. The task number created by Nada Ratib, and the status is pending. We can check here the timeline. So it's started or submitted in the right side, and since it's pending, so it will be in the left side, waiting the claim user to approve or reject. Let's open the task here. And we will find that all the information, the damage report from the customer name, email, all the information needed here, and the integration like the damage photo, we can download it. So for example, it's just a screenshot, the national ID, copy of insurance. So we can add multiple attachments as much as we can based on the business requirement. So there is no limitation here in building the screen. Once I click claim here, so it means that I have the authorization to take an action, approve or reject, or back. Let's go back here. And as you can see here, we can reassign or delegate the task to a specific user. If I, for example, I'm going to on a vacation or out of office, so I need to delegate or reassign the future tasks or the current tasks as well. Here also we can export all the tasks in Excel format, just for reporting or better reading all the tasks in a better way. Also here we have the claimed tasks, and the one that I claimed a minute ago, created by me, and the status here as well, completed by me, and the all. Remember when I told you about the other tasks, you can filter here based on this task types: pending, completed, withdrawn, expired, errored, alerted, need information, etc. Here as well, we have multiple sections like my tasks, admin tasks. If I'm an admin, based on the authority matrix, it will appear to me. Purchase orders, and we will talk about it later. Run delegation, which means that I'm out of office. Employee requests, for example. Let's click here. So here, all the requests that we can provide right now in this demo. So we have the leave request, business cards, passport information, all the tasks related to the HR self-services. So for example, the resignation, personal information, and of course, we can filter it from here. Let's start with the overtime right now. Overtime request. So once you select the overtime request, you will have the history screen. So this overtime request has been completed, so you can check it from here. And right now we have a pending overtime request with this reference number. So let's try to add a new one during the same period and see. The system should not allow us to submit a new request within the same duration. So from date, and here minutes. So once I try to submit, the reference number or the pending reference number will appear here, and the validation or the system will prevent us from submitting this. So let's change the month. and try to submit again. So please wait while your data is, yes, exactly. So this is the reference number, and we can find that reference number in the pending area. And starting from that, you will see in the admin tasks here. So I'm acting like an admin right now. So I will see the overtime request, and it's pending the line manager approval. So let's check the timeline again, as you can see. So let's reassign this task to me and confirm. And I will go back to my tasks. So it's successfully reassigned to me. Let's try another request. For example, let's say leave request. Sorry. Employee requests. Yes. Again, we have here the history of the leave requests and the pending as well. Let's try a new one. Here we have all the leave types, and it's configurable based on the user or the role. So it's totally dynamic as well. We have the annual leave, exam leave. So let's say that we want to select the marriage leave. We will find that we have a required attachment here to be uploaded for the marriage leave document. Let's try to choose another one. We will find that the attachment is changed based on the type of the leave. What else? What else? Newborn, for example. See, this is attachment. Newborn is for married females only. So it's not applicable for me. Sick leave, you should upload the sick leave document. So anyways, let's try the annual leave. I'll choose starting from today, 13th, day counts, and let's try to submit. The system will not allow me to submit because I didn't delegate all the tasks to someone else or a colleague. So here, let's choose this user, and the type, I will select all, add. And there is no attachments required here. Please accept my request and add a comment and then submit. Okay, so this is the reference number, and we can find it here in the pending tasks. Let's go back here to the admin tasks again. And open it. And since I'm an admin, the requester type is me, not on behalf, and I don't have any actions here except back because this is the admin view. Back and check the timeline, and then reassign it again to me to take an action. My tasks. Of course, we can select multiple tasks and do the bulk reassign or bulk delegation. As you can see, we have return for correction if we find something missing, like attachment or a comment or whatever, and we can add the correction reason or the rejection reason. So rejected, and we can upload general attachment and click reject. So that's a sample of the HR requests as we displayed before. So we have the business card, the business mission, visitor, ERP responsibility. We can customize anything, even the bank details or the employee expense claim. So it's totally customizable. Now let's act as a supplier, okay? I want to check all my my purchase orders or POs, and I want to submit an invoice, okay? So here I can filter with the site name, okay? And I can filter with the PO number, the status, approved, closed, or whatever. and the data as well, and I can export. So let's open this one. Here, as you can see, we have the PO headers, the PO header with all the details, and we have the item details here. There is no appointment. We have 2 receivings, and we have 1 invoice. What if we want to export it to PDF? Let's try. As you can see, all the 15 items are here. The VAT, the barcode, everything related to this purchase order. And of course, we can export it to Excel as well. So let's say that I want to submit an invoice right now. And here comes the usage of the document understanding and Gen AI again. Okay. So I will upload an invoice here. Where is the document? Yes. I will upload right now a wrong invoice, and I will tell you why it's wrong. Give it time to analyze and detect all the data from the document. Few seconds. Okay. So here's the invoice that we uploaded right now. So why it's wrong? Let's scroll down a little bit. So from the document understanding, the system extracted the vendor name from the invoice, the address, the PO number, and the invoice number. Okay. So here, as you can see, we have 2 approved items and 2 rejected items because the invoice quantity is more than the PO quantity. So we did the logic here and refused to let the user or the supplier to submit because there is a wrong quantity here. So this part or this item 3587, if we scroll down a little bit, we will find that in the PO with a quantity of 10 items. Meanwhile, the submitted invoice is 12. So that's why it's rejected. So
this is Sherif by in the integration with the ERP.
Yes, 100%. Yes, sure.
Yes.
So the PO details from the ERP and from the document understanding, we got the data as well and compared between them. So that's why it's totally rejected or refused. So let's upload the right invoice and give it time again to extract all the data from the invoice.
And this time it's a process the document and then call the ERP, even SAS Fusion
Yes.
or EPS or whatever ERP to make the comparison and make sure that it's applying all the policies and rules related to the organization before accepting the invoice. That's true?
100% right. So from the invoice, we extract the PO number from the invoice and then invoke the backend or the ERP to get all the details related to this PO. And then we do the comparison between both items. So as you can see right now, all the items are approved because they are matching the PO. And let's submit. So from here, we will submit the invoice and let's go through the whole cycle. Okay, so we have this reference number 391475 and not the employee request, I'm sorry, the admin tasks. So from here, it's pending the reviewer approval. It's already assigned to me, so my tasks. Let's open it from here. And since we are 2 users assigned to this task, so I should click on claim and we can download the invoice as well. Okay, I will click on claim. And right now I will check all the data and then approve to the next step. The next step is the finance department. And let's check the timeline from here. We will find it's submitted successfully, the reviewer approved, and now it's pending the finance approval. Let's open it as a finance department. And once we claim, we will find something called sign invoice. Here we added a customized feature to sign the PDF in the finance department. So let's click on sign invoice. We will find a pop-up and let's sign it, for example, like that, and select the page, set coordinates, and let's scroll down a little bit and add our signature here. Exactly. Okay. Apply, confirm. You will find the signature successfully applied here, and then we can approve the task successfully. And that's it. We can find it here in the completed by me. And let's open it again. You will find the signature and all the details in the right way. So that's when we acted like a supplier. We can reset here. We can also check the profile here and the hierarchy. We can navigate to the line manager, to the CEO. So that's the demo for our services that we can provide. And as you can see, it's totally manageable and customizable dynamically. And we provide it in a web applications and the mobile application. As Ahmed Sherif mentioned, we built this web application using VBCS or Visual Builder, and the mobile version is using Jet. So now it's time for the best practices using Oracle Integration Cloud. I will go through it quickly because we are running out of time. I need time for the questions and answers. So here, the best practices here. First of all, you should know the difference between synchronous and asynchronous integration, and you need to know how to avoid common integration style pitfalls, avoid creating too many scheduled integrations, design long-running integration as asynchronous flows. So here, the difference between synchronous and asynchronous and when exactly to use them. So if you require a real-time information, create a synchronous integration. So if you need an immediate response, use synchronous integration. To perform work in batch operations, create as asynchronous integration, and we call it fire and forget. Just invoke it and don't wait for anything. So that's why we call it fire and forget. Here, one of the common integration style pitfalls, the chatty integrations, and we have here a use case. Synchronize records in a file or a large data set with external system. So for example, synchronizing journal transaction or uploading employees into Oracle HCM Cloud. So the anti-pattern here is use and invoke activity within a looping construct to call external APIs for every record. So if you have hundreds of records, you will do that in a loop for every record. So why it's anti-pattern? Applications are receiving large number of atomic requests. This puts the entire system under duress, which will affect the performance of the whole system. And also it will be translated to be a high cost because you are doing that for every record. So the best practice here is to leverage application capabilities to accept multiple records in a single request instead of doing that for every record. Next, the schedule job that never stops trying to process. The use case here, synchronize employees' records into Active Directory from Oracle HCM Cloud. The anti-pattern here, the schedule integration, looks for all the files to process and loops overall the files sequentially until no files remain. So why it's anti-pattern here? If a large number of files exist, one run of a scheduled job execute for a long time, this will starve the other jobs and it maybe get terminated by the framework because it took a long time. The best practice here is to limit the number of files to process in a single scheduled run. And you should also here use a schedule parameters to remember the last processed file for the next run. Synchronous integration doing too much. So the use case here, a request trigger complex processing involving enrichment and updates across multiple systems. So the anti-pattern here, synchronous integrations invokes with a loop with a large number of iteration. So why it's anti-pattern? Again, it's holding resources and starts the other integration because they are waiting for a resource to be allocated for the other integrations. So the best practice here, explore moving completely to asynchronous integration, the fire and forget that I mentioned before. Too many connections in an integration. The use case here, not most of the developers, but it happens. Developers create integration, they define their own connection pointing to the same application, and this leads to many duplicate connections. The anti-pattern here, every developer create their own connection using a different set of configurations and credentials. The anti-pattern, high number of connection make manageability or to maintain that it will be painful, especially when you need to update the endpoint credentials configuration and so on. The best practice, ensure duplicate connections of the same types are not created. Build a best practice for naming conventions and maintaining a set of configurations. Here also the read files with many records, we mentioned that before. So the best practice here is to read the file in segments or chunks, and this will be better. Here, avoid too many scheduled integration. So for example, when there are too many scheduled integration configured, instances get backlogged waiting for resources to become available or previous integration runs to complete. So the best practice here, it's recommended that you don't create too many scheduled integration that are scheduled to run at the same time. Design long-running or time-consuming integration as asynchronous, the fire forget that we mentioned before. One more point that I forgot to mention here, that to use scopes and consider the error handling. Thank you, everyone. I hope you find this webcast is useful, and now we are ready for the questions and answers. I will stop sharing my screen and I'm ready to answer any question. Thanks, Jürgen. Thanks, Neil. Thanks, Ahmed, Sherif.
For a wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
If you have questions, you can still post them in the Q&A and we will answer them in a minute. To summarize it, visit the Wind Integrated Solutions website for more information and book an appointment with the team to get in contact. For Oracle integration, please visit our website. At the documentation page, you can also find hands-on labs, which are free of charge, and use the free trial to build your own proof of concept. For the latest information, please visit the integration blog or the blog from Neil Kominski or myself. For the latest updates, please subscribe to our quarterly newsletter. With that, we come to the questions and answers. Neil, are you here? So Neil, the first question is, does Oracle integration offer an SAP adapter?
Sorry, the first, like I've gone through the Q&A and I've seen most of the
Neil.
questions here, like I've seen from the Q&A, are based on the fact that, you know, is this a out of the box solution from Wind, or is it something like it's a kind of a set of components that can be made to run with any of the customers' enterprise systems of record? So for my Wind colleagues, I assume it's the fact that it's plug and play. You can interface with whatever systems of record the customer has, correct?
Yes, correct. This is a very dynamic solution. It's considered as a 50 to 60% plug and play to provide whatever features presented today. And 50% is related to the customer requirements, the customer enhancements, business process requirements. But yes, it's a plug and play with customizations related to customer requirements.
And I think another thing that came up there was, you know, does it integrate with SAP Ariba? Yes, it does. And it does that very easily via OIC, which has a SAP Ariba connector or adapter.
Yes, 100% right.
Yeah.
Yes, built-in adapter. Yes, exactly.
Now, I'm just checking.
And
there were some other questions here, like Okay, there's one particular question that Ahmed answered there regarding if the invoice is a combination of multiple purchase orders, will the invoice still get rejected? And I think the thing for all of you listeners out there is the fact that this works with anything, you know, and it is highly configurable, as our colleagues from Wind have explained. So whatever your business rules are, they can be implemented here. So I think this is great. This is a set of components that can be made to work with your enterprise systems of record, and they can be amended to implement your concrete business rules. So Jürgen, that really is it from the Q&A perspective.
Yeah, there's one more question for Ahmed. Is it running on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure?
Yes, everything is Oracle over the Oracle infrastructure, even infrastructure generally, or some implementations like Oracle Visual Builder or Digital Assistants. It's a PaaS. It's also on the top of OIC, but it's a platform of this as a service, like a Digital Assistant, Oracle Visual Builder, Apex, and etc. And Oracle integration.
And you can also connect it to a CRM solution.
Yes, it's connected already. We have some customers like Johanna. We integrate SAP with HCM, Oracle HCM, with Taleo, with Spark Central as a social media management tool, in addition of right now as a live agent and CRM. In addition of, we already integrated with multiple CRMs, Oracle and non-Oracle CRMs.
Excellent. Can you leverage a little bit on the business benefits in terms of ROI from some of the customers you implemented?
Yes, mainly with for the financial sector, we have a multiple AI usage, even for a customer service or a transactional, like we have in Taunia, we have a transactional chatbot to buy a new policy or renew your policy, or a customer service activity integration with a live agent. We made an integration with a Cisco, with a Genesis, with a lot of live agents. We are using the AI even to recognize. We have a use case with the claim submission. With the insurance, it can submit the claim over the portal. Then it can be managed internally, and it will be recognized by the AI to get the details of the claim. We have a lot of use cases in such activity.
Srijit would like to know if your application runs on your own instance or does it run on a customer instance?
No, يعني mainly it will customer instances, and it's we can make it on our own, but it's we use our own environment for demos only. But finally, it's on the top of customer instance.
So each customer gets a dedicated instance of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, and there you implement it and customize it.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Then there's a question from Ritesh. He would like to learn more about the limitations and advantages of Oracle integration for SaaS offering B91110. Neil, any idea?
Okay, so the main thing is we do have two SKUs for OIC. One is the OIC for SaaS SKU, and the other one is the OIC Tech SKU. Now, the OIC for SaaS SKU has a commercial limitation in that each integration has to have at least one Oracle SaaS endpoint. So for example, if you are just using OIC to integrate Fusion ERP with a couple of apps in your environment, that's fine. But if you wanted to use OIC as your enterprise iPaaS and you wanted to integrate, for example, Salesforce with, say, Monday.com or whatever, you could not do this because of this commercial limitation. Now, the other thing about the OIC for SaaS SKU, it's messages based, messages per month based, whereas OIC Tech SKU is messages per hour based. Now, the messages per hour works out about 3.4 million messages per month, and the messages per month is around 1 million message. It's 1 million message packs. Another thing is that the OIC for SaaS SKU is normally provisioned in the SaaS tenancy, which makes it difficult to access, for example, other OCI services, such as those mentioned by our friends from Wind, like the document recognition and all document understanding and things like that. So net, if you want iPaaS, go for the tech SKU. If you're saying it's really, the integration is totally focused on Fusion ERP to a couple of other apps, or HCM to a couple of other apps within your own environment, then the OIC for SaaS SKU could suffice. Thank you, Jürgen.
And it's the same product, isn't it?
It technically is the same product. It's the same product. It's just that commercial limitation on where it's provisioned and the way you actually pay for it. Hourly with OIC Tech and monthly with OIC for SaaS. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you very much for attending today's webcast. Thanks for the speaker team, Ahmed, Sherif, and thank you, Neil, for answering the questions. If you have further questions, please feel free to reach out to the team and make use of the integration resources for customers and partners. For more information, please feel free to contact the Oracle Product Management team. Neil is the contact person for Europe, Middle East, and Africa, Paulo Mota for South America, Ravi Chaplani for North America, Ravi Pinto for India, Steve Tyndall for Healthcare and Asia, and myself if you have any marketing or partner-related question. We would like to say thank you for attending today's webcast. Please make sure that you complete the online survey once you leave, and the next presentation will take place on April 10th. Thanks a lot and a great start in the new year.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you.